This video is for project managers using PlanRunner. It assumes you know your way around PlanRunner. If not, please watch the user training video first. There are many features in PlanRunner. This video will not attempt to explain them all. Rather, we will go through setting up a project plan from a blank sheet. Once we have shown you this, we will look at a few other useful pages. So let's get started. On your home page, you will find the Create New Project menu item. We will click it. Type in a name for your project. You can optionally put in a version number here. Also, you can select a user. Click on the button to show a list. Select one and click OK, or just double click the one you want. If you want this project to be hidden from all except project managers, then tick Inactive. This is useful if you want to take some time to get it ready. If you are happy with users seeing the project but don't want them marking up tasks, then tick Read Only. All of these settings can be changed in the Project Administration section later. The next two boxes are for you to enter the length of your average working day and average number of days per month. This is so we can calculate how far your project is ahead or behind schedule. We will leave them at their defaults. Microsoft Project does not store time zones. However, PlanRunner does need to know what time zone your project is in so it can send your users reminder emails at the correct time. Your account administrator will have set your default time zone and it will show here. If your project is the same, just leave it, otherwise please change it to the time zone your project is in. If the time zone has a summer time, then this is automatically used and the times in your project are assumed to use it too. PlanRunner now has enough information to create the project, so we will click the Create Project button. OK, so now we've created the project, we will upload our project plan into it. Click on Upload Project. Click the Choose File button to select a project to upload, and double-click the project file to upload. Depending on which browser you use, the button and dialog may appear differently. Let's go ahead and click the Upload button to send the file to PlanRunner. PlanRunner is very tolerant and will generally show no errors here. We have found that usually errors are caused by a project being upgraded repeatedly through different versions of Microsoft Project. If you do encounter problems, please try saving your project in an older version, then re-upload it. Alternatively, we provide a tool that sits on your toolbar in Microsoft Project you can use to sync directly to PlanRunner. PlanRunner will attempt to match the names of your resources to users or teams that have already been set up. If it can't, it displays a list of them here. If you don't want to match users at this time, you can do so later on the Project Administration page. We have a resource to match, so let's tick it. We can either match it to an existing user or team, or create a new user. We will match it to an existing user by selecting the user and clicking on Save. This will add Coffee Lover as an alternate name for Norman in his settings. Now any task for Coffee Lover will automatically notify Norman when it is due. Both you and Norman can remove this link in the Edit Profile and maintain users' pages respectively. So now the project is uploaded and almost ready to go. For this demonstration, I want to change the background color and not show task outlines. So let's click on Administer Project. This page is where you can control how your project runs. It has a lot on it, so it is split into separate sections. Your project will just work with almost everything at default. If user access or team access is showing red like this one, you will need to go in and fix it. Let's go through each section. The basic information section is where you can change any of the parameters you have just set. We will change back inactive to active and unlock the project. Click the Save this section button to save just the things in this box. There is one extra bit in this section, Reset and Rebase. If you want to reset your project, press this button to show a dialog to do this. This will clear out the actual times and mark all tasks as not done. This facility can also rebase your project so it starts at a new time and or day. Put a date and time in this box to do this. Type reset in capitals in this box to confirm your action and click on the Reset Project button to do it. We will leave our project as is and click Cancel for now. Let's close this section and look at the next. We will ignore the security section. With modern security standards, it is now OK to leave this at maximum. Anonymous access allows you to grant access to people not actively involved in the project but want to have a look. For example, senior managers, business partners or clients. They are only shown this project summary and details pages. You can give them access by sending them a link, optionally with a PIN code. Your account administrator may prevent this or lock the settings. For us it is changeable, so let's enable this now. Here is the link, and here you can set the PIN or use the one the account administrator has provided. The PIN can be up to 8 numbers or letters. Moving on, let's look at access rights. The next two sections do security for users and teams. As you would expect, they are quite similar. As the title indicates, some of the resources in this project don't have the required access. Looking at the table, we can see that Norman only has default access, which, since he is a normal user, is no access to this project. If you want fine control, click the drop down and select the level you want him to be at. Alternatively, click the Promote Resource Users button to have all required resources granted access. Team access is similar, but since we don't have any users in any teams, we will leave this alone. The On Duty Project Managers section is where you can set who is on duty for your project. Select the user, select when they start and finish, and type a message for your users to see on the View Project page. They are automatically shown your email address and work telephone numbers. Don't forget to click Save this section. If you want to send an email every time a task starts or completes, type the email address in here, separating multiple addresses with a semicolon. There is a Check Emails Are Valid button just below. Next, select when to send the email. You can send it when a task completes or when it starts, or both. The second part allows you to send emails triggered on specific events. If it is a team, then the team email address will be sent the email. Tick the first box to send an email to a task resource when all of its dependent tasks are complete. If more than one resource is defined, they will all get the email. Tick the second box to send a reminder email a period of time before the task is due. Tick the third box to send an overdue email to a task's resources. The project manager will also receive a copy. Finally, if you want to send a daily reminder, tick the last box and select when to send it. Click Save this section when you are done. If you want to show a message on the View Project page, type it in here and click Save. The Visual Settings section allows you to set a background colour for your project and which columns to show. You can also change column widths and restore it to automatic. You can also move columns around by dragging their header. Under Task Visual Styles, you can show your main tasks as tabs to separate your project into pieces, or go for a more traditional look with parent tasks in bold. Indent your tasks to easily differentiate child tasks and colour task backgrounds orange if late. Just below, you can select how to show dates. Remember that the display will get crowded if you're showing 4 dates for each task. Click Save this section to save your changes. The Match Resources section allows you to match or create users to your project resources in the same way as we saw on the upload page. We have no more resources to match, so it is blank. We are done with this page. Let's check your project is ready to go by going to the Project Summary page. Check there are no tasks completed. and the progress is zeroed. Click on View Project Tasks and check the tasks are what you expect and all the actuals are blank. That's it, your project is now ready to go. There is another way to sync your project. PlanRunner provides a sync tool that sits inside Microsoft Project. Click on the download button to download it, then run it to install it. Your system administrator may have disabled this facility, so you may need to ask them to do it for you. Once installed, you will find an extra button on your toolbar. Follow the instructions on the dialog that shows. Detailed information can be found in the on-page help, which you can expand by clicking on the Show a New Tab button. Before we finish, let's have a quick look at 3 more pages you may find useful. The project overview page is for you to show on overhead monitors and allows all your users to see a summary of the active projects. As you can see, it hides the menu and automatically scrolls to show hidden projects. Finally, to maintain or add users and teams, we have these 2 menu items. Here you can select a new user to edit by clicking on them or create a new user. These are standard fields, please change them as appropriate. Further down are the teams the user is in. Drag the team across to the box on the right to add them to the team. The box is automatically ticked to indicate the member is active in the team. If they are not and you don't want them to receive task notifications, then untick them. When you are done, either click the Update button to just update this user, or click the Update and Send Welcome Email button to save the changes and send them a welcoming email containing details on how to access PlanRunner and set up their password. This will not reset their password, but does allow them to do so if they desire. You can also delete the current user by clicking on the Delete button. Maintaining your teams is done in a similar way. Once again, a list of teams is presented at the top. Click on one to edit it, or click the Create New Team button to create a new one. There are a few boxes for you to put in useful information. Below are a list of users that you can drag across into this team. Once again, tick a user to make them receive emails. Click Update to save your changes. That's all for this video. Please do remember that every page has a help flyout for it, describing what the page does and every field on that page. The help system contains quick access to all of these pages. It also contains several discussion pages describing some of the key concepts behind PlanRunner. For example, time zones. We hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you need further help, please raise a support ticket. Welcome to PlanRunner.